funny, working with Stephanie was really a unique experience just because she's very script intelligent. You know, she knows how to read a script, break down scenes, and give herself options and opinions on a character that informs those moments. So it's not that it keeps you on your toes, but it really helps you to support that person that you're working with when you're doing the same thing. Because a lot of times actors don't do that work. So you're coming in with this booklet of information and they're just standing there saying their lines. So it looks like you're in a whole different movie. But, you know, working with her was a lot of fun because she really kept the energy light. No day was a work day. Like the biggest thing we have in common, you know, we really love what we do. And every day we would just felt lucky working on the show. We knew from the first time we read together, we knew over Zoom, we knew how fortunate we were for this opportunity. Just simply, you know, doing what we do, you really get to, and you get to be a kid every day. You know, that's our goal as actors, is to get back to that point before someone told us what wasn't real. You know, if you look at kids, they run around the backyard with a stick, and if they're swords and they're fighting dragons. You know, but as adults, we've had that stripped away. And, you know, Stephanie's one of those people who I would definitely want to run around the backyard with and fight dragons. And she has a long background in pedigree in comedy. I mean, she's just a naturally funny girl. So it's one of those things where I was kind of playing catch up, which I enjoy. And, you know, there was never on the Zoom, on the read, you know, the secret of comedy is never saying no. If someone says it's snowing outside, you go to the window and say, what are we gonna do about this snow? You know, and she's one of those people who gets that and kind of dove into that head first. So we were able to come up with some really interesting, fun stuff.
Brilliant. He's an absolutely brilliant actor. I think he's one of the most talented actors I've ever met. He has taught me a lot by watching him work, but also watching the way that he interacts with the crew and the cast. He is a great leader. I think he's really funny. He's charming. And I think he is, I don't know that he knows this about himself, but he's really, I mean, maybe he does, but he's really, he's magnetic on screen. And it's really because he's so alive on screen. And when we're rolling, he just brings all of himself, every part of himself, whatever those parts are. Because I only met Anthony when we started shooting this. I didn't know him before. I met him for the first time in a Zoom audition for this. And everything that he does feels really layered and thought out. And it's because it is layered and thought out. Anthony's really smart. He just got his doctorate, as he bragged on set. But he's really a special actor, and I'm really grateful that I've gotten to work with him and learn from him.
Well, it's crazy because Samoa Joe, he killed it. To say he's not an actor, his comedy work, his physical work, the stuff he was doing, there's no reason why he should be able to do that at the level at which he did it. I mean, there were parts on set where all of us were just watching him in awe. I mean, it was really fun to see and inspiring, really, because it goes back to that thing of being lucky about what we do. You see someone who really gets to do it for the first time, and them just jumping in and you know, living that character, and it was just fun to see, man. He's so big, like they would always baby oil him up and lube him up, and he was just an awful, huge human being. It was really bad, but the kindest guy, you know, you would ever meet. He, I can't say enough about him. I had a great experience working with him, and the stuff that he did was beautiful, you know. And Thomas is just Thomas. Like when we got Thomas Hayden Church, I was like, yo, we have a real show, you know, and we have a lot in common, you know, as far as cars and, you know, just being outdoors and stuff like that. So just, you know, having that opportunity to, you know, him being from Texas and hanging out with him on set, we were really able to build our rapport and plug that in with the rapport of the characters. So we just, I mean, from top to bottom, literally from the little roles all the way up, everybody did a phenomenal job on the show.
We have the unbelievable cast. I mean, when it came together, you know, Anthony Mackie, of course, just one of the better actors that we have as a people. He's so good, and he brings such depth to John. And then you have, Stephanie Beatrice, who is just like, you always feel like she's just got this sort of something burning and brimming beneath the surface that's just waiting to get out, and she's so amazing. And then you've got Thomas Hayden Church, and you've got Nev Campbell, and you've just got all these incredible actors. It's kind of one of those things that every time we would sort of really shoot for the stars and say like, hey, we'd love to get this person, and every time we got a yes back, it was like, no way. Wait, Anthony's gonna do it? Nev's gonna do it? Thomas Hayden Church is going to do it, Stephanie Beatrice is going to do it, and then, like literally on the eve of starting to shoot, we're like, look at this cast. This is unreal.
Working with Thomas Hayden Church was, and I didn't tell him this on set, but it was like extremely dreamy and also very nerve-wracking because he's a brilliant actor. He's extremely well-known. For a good reason. I mean, he's fantastic. He's wonderful to work with. He's a scary as fuck presence. I mean, he is just so commanding. He's so commanding, and he's so committed. He's so committed that once in a shot, I accidentally spit in his face, and he just kept going. I was supposed to sort of spit in the general direction of Thomas Hayden Church, but instead I spit in the face of Oscar-nominated Thomas Hayden Church. It was probably my lowest moment as an actor, but he was really cool about it.